Awesome. Perfect. So welcome everyone to the round pen. Here we are. Oh my goodness. Middle of March. How does that even happen? Well, first off, I appreciate your patience with us. It's been an interesting year. I came out hot, really excited to in January to do our first round pen live and came down very, very sick. And since then, in our little town, tragedy after tragedy after tragedy has struck. And you know what that did was really take our facility to a place where we have been busting at the seams. And so it really has reinforced to me in the last, couple of months the importance of this work and the power of this work. And, it's just a new level in realizing that although I always call this the good work, it can often be hard work. And I think that that's that powerful place of us working together as professional facilitators. And so if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm thrilled to have you. And as I always say, if you come back every single time, thank you for that. We love this work, my business partner Jess and I, but we can't do it if nobody shows up. And so
Hello.
thank you for taking the time today. Um, just if everyone can mute out, thank you for taking the time today and being here. So what is the Round Pen? It's where professional facilitators inspire innovative ideas. And so as a fairly new profession, this is a place where we can all put our hand up and say, hey, I did this in my facility and it worked fabulously. And so who are the professional facilitators? It's not Jess and I. We are professional facilitators, definitely, but we're not them. It's all of you that show up live. And as you're going to find out today, fortune favors the brave, the bold, and the ones that show up live. So let's get the show on the road. And as always, use the chat. I love to be chatting together. So this is meant to be interactive. Use the chat, use the reactions, post along as we go. That's how we grow. And a lot of science shows that we grow as we participate and we learn as we participate. And that's how things cement for us. So if we can all mute, that's awesome. And if possible, put your on. I don't care what's in your background. I guarantee my background is full of junk right now. And we all have these crazy lives, but I'd love to see some faces. And if you're driving, totally get it. But here, let's see your face. And don't worry, I'm sick right now. I've been sick for a long time and I look like hell, but it's all good. It's about showing up, right? So who are we? Very quickly, my business partner Jess and I believe Jess has shown up on here. We are Equine Facilitated Way. And the big thing I think that's important for us is that you're not working or learning with someone. Hey, you needed to see your face there. You're not working and learning with somebody who has never done this work. We know how this game works because we're in the trenches too. And as I mentioned, my own facility, which has always been, busy, has become a safe place in our little town. It always has been, but in the last few months, based on tragedy. And so I bring, what is meant for me at the time, or relevant for Jess at the time. And so we do certification, we do premium programs, and we do mentorship. And so we are going to do a giveaway today. I'm going to get into this later. It's a program that's only available here. You're not going to see it anywhere else. It's called Bold and Align, the Essential Business Shift for Horse Facilitators. So I'm going to get into that Rustock offer at the end today. So let's jump in. The hidden patterns. Do any of you feel, I'd love to know in the chat, do you ever feel that there's hidden patterns running not only your horse facilitated development business, but your life? It's like how you do one thing's how you do everything, right? It seems like, whatever that pattern is, maybe it's in your business and you see it in your relationships and you see it in your animals and you see it in your health. And what the heck? I see Lynn nodding, so I appreciate that, Lynn. Jess is saying 100%. Anybody else? And I apologize, I'm sick, so I'm going to be coughing. Tina is saying, yeah. Diane's saying 100%. Yeah, it's crazy, hey? And just when you think, you kind of move through it, it's like, boom, there it shows up again in another area, right? So let's jump into it. So we're going to talk about sabotaging loops. We're going to talk about being an expansion or contraction, pardon me, and we're going to talk about looking at those hidden patterns. And so, again, being interactive, the helper trap. So again, these are the three biggest ones that I see. I do a lot of calls with people, and these are kind of the ones that jump out. So we got the helper trap. Anybody feel like you might be in that one? We have the overcomplicator. Don't worry, I'm going to go into these. And then we have the secret agent. People don't even know what you do. So here's the thing. The thing about self-sabotage is it's about self. And in protecting yourself, in not putting yourself out there, in overcomplicating your things so you don't actually have to show up, in not telling people what you do so you then don't have to show up, you're ripping off everyone else around you. And today is going to be a lot about butt kicks. If you don't, if you haven't, kind of been on a round pen live before, be prepared because this is going to be a lot about self-reflection. And so in protecting yourself, you're ripping off those who need you. Okay. All right. So the helper trap, and I'd love as we go along, I want to hear in the chat if you think this could be you. So first sabotage, I see a lot. Feeling guilty about charging because this work helps people. Any of you? Is that your excuse? Anybody have that one? Yeah, as soon as you go to do it, you feel totally guilty because you think, oh my gosh, these people need what I have. And yeah, Kimber, I appreciate your honesty. You're saying absolutely. They need what I have, so I feel guilty charging people. Okay. Hey, Danielle, nice to have you here. Over delivering. Any of you in the helper trap that over deliver? You give away too much and then you feel drained. Melissa, yeah, you do. Melissa from Missouri, awesome. So yeah, you can see this, and Lynn's saying this. Any of you do that? So feeling guilty about charging, over delivering, and there's way more. We're scratching the surface so that you can see within yourself the pieces that are holding you back. So Jenny's saying yes, Terry Ann's saying yes. Okay. Today is about looking at some quick fixes. And so what if you were to look at it and say, I need to base pricing based on transformation, not just time spent. People pay for what they value. Not everybody will value your work, but people pay for what they value. And people also get value of what they pay for. Okay? So do any of you feel today, and again, this is just a chat, I'm not going to put anybody on the spot, but does anybody feel that you actually do price based on transformation? And if so, do you feel your clients get exceptional results? Just love to know there in the chat. It's no shame. It's about figuring out where you're at. Because here's the thing, if you're over delivering and giving away too much, you're feeling drained, where do you think the spiral goes? Spiraling you up to a place of exceptional, a place of genius, a place of you being able to truly show up and thrive and help other people in transformation? Or is that spiral downwards? Question. All right. Next one. So yeah, you're staring down the barrel of the big B. What's the big B? Burnout. Okay. Burnout. You are nothing to anyone when you hit burnout. Okay. So if you're feeling guilty, you're not charging, you're over delivering, you're giving away too much, you are going to feel drained. If you feel drained, you're staring down the barrel of burnout. You're no good to anyone in that place. Karen's saying I charge a flat hourly rate. Okay, so number two, do we have any complicators here? I'll just mute you. Anybody feel that you overpaid? Okay. Again, self-sabotaging. Why do we do these things? To protect ourselves. Okay. So spending too much time planning, tweaking, perfecting. And the reality is there's good excuses. It's always, well, it's just not quite ready. It's just not quite done. Kristen's saying she's an overthinker. Frog saying, yeah, that's me. Yep, that's me, Lynn. So, and the thing is, there's always good excuses. And the problem is you probably have friends that are supporters and they pat you on the back and they say, no, I get it. You're just planning. It's going to be amazing when it comes out. You're ripping off the people that need you today. As I said at the beginning, it's been an exceptionally hard quarter for me through tragedies, through young days, through all sorts. I've never had a period this small of working with so many clients in tragedy. If I kept my mouth quiet and planned and tweaked and perfected the perfect plan and program, those people would be struggling somewhere else And today, they all are walking around town talking about their horse heroes. We overcomplicate to protect ourselves. So do you feel, anybody feel like you need more certifications, experience, more content before selling? I see Jenny smiling. Okay. Yep. You. Everywhere you go, there you are, right? I put the word selling in here very specifically because some of you are going to look at this and go, ooh, I don't even like the idea. In life, you're selling. In horse facilitated development, you're selling. But the question is, what are you selling? And here's the thing about needing more certifications, experience, content, etc. You're looking for a gold star, and it ain't coming. What am I talking about? We all went to school. Do any of you ever remember starting at grade 1 and you're learning how to do something? Maybe it's writing or something. And if you do it in the lines nicely, they put a little gold star on your page. Anybody remember that? Here's the thing. It sets us all up for failure because as adults, there's no gold star coming. It's not. And so right now, I'm just going to crown you the gold star. Okay. What you're doing is good enough. It's incredible. It's exceptional. Planning, tweaking, perfecting, that's stuff for the conscious mind. And I guarantee you, the longer you go, the worse it gets. This is not about you. Okay. Your horses are the gurus. You just get to contribute at an exceptionally high level. Okay. And so the fix, this is something that somebody I worked with along the way taught me, and it was do something for someone quick. Okay. When we're in overcomplicating, it's about us. We're spending time, we're tweaking, we're planning, we need more sort of I. When you're in that place, you're not in the present. Go do something for someone else quick. So in your business, you got to get out of this place of it needing to be perfect and get into the place that I am the key to someone's lock. I have the key to someone's lock. My herd has the key to someone's lock, and I might not be ready, and I might not think it's perfect, but I'm going to put my out there. I'm going to put my business out there for those that need me. It's progress over perfection. Okay. Shelby is saying big roadblock for me right now, feeling inadequate. Yeah, and you know what? I think a piece of it, Shelby, is that first piece of awareness, right? Becoming aware that, hey, this is how I'm feeling, and so therefore I'm stalled, so I'm doing these pieces. All right. Let's see if we can move us along. I always say I'm an equine entrepreneur, not a tech entrepreneur. There we go. Secret agent. This is a big one. And what's interesting is this one, I see not just in equine entrepreneurs, but I see this in most entrepreneurs. Being a secret agent. Do people even know what you do? Right? And what if you're struggling with your own family junk? Yeah, Lynn, let's chat about that afterwards just so I can get kind of a bit of clarity. But and maybe it'll answer it during it, okay, Lynn? But otherwise, reach out to me. So any of you secret agents, people don't even know what you do. You hesitate to post, you don't market, you don't stand behind your work. Any of you do that? Yeah, Diane's saying this is me right now. I don't feel like I know what to say. Awesome. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. Okay. Here's the problem. And it pisses a lot of people off. When you sit back and you say, I'm not quite ready, and you overcomplicate, and you don't post, and you don't market, and you don't stand behind your work. And I want to be clear because someone just said they're horrible at social media. I'm not saying it has to be social media, but you got to put yourself out there. Maybe you got to speak at Toastmasters. Maybe you need to speak at a Rotary event. Maybe you need to put a booth somewhere. Maybe you need to be on social media. I don't even know. Tina's saying she didn't even realize she was secret. Yeah. Do people in your life know what you do? Because the problem is, and this is that piece that pisses people off. You are out there. You're doing a great job. You believe in the power of the horse-human connection. You're following the breadcrumbs. You're doing it all. But you're not letting the world know that you're here and that you're ready to show up. And you know what happens? Someone else comes along and they say, you know what? Maybe I'm not the best in the world and maybe I don't fully believe in myself, but I'm going to take action today. I'm going to make sure people know what I do. And you know what? They're not better than you. They don't have a more credible herd. There's nothing. They don't have a nicer facility. They don't have an enclosed arena. It's not that. It's that they just put themselves out there. And you know what happens? People showing up because they believe in the value that they provide. You gotta start showing up. So often we feel judged, criticized, not good enough. Who are you to hold back the incredible gift that someone's looking for? Each of you are doing this work. I guarantee, I know I haven't met a lot of you. You're doing this work because a horse changed your life. Do any of you disagree? A horse changed your life in an unknown moment. It wasn't planned. Something happened. There was presence. There was connection with the horse. There was trust. There was growth and transformation. And you said, holy shit, I need to share this with the world. It's your ego that holds you back from being judged, criticized, not good enough, but you're ripping the world off of that present and that growth that they're looking for. So, micro bravery, one bold step daily. Okay. Fortune favors the brave, the bold, and the one that show up. Okay. I want to know in the chat, because I can chat, but it's about making commitments. What's one bold step that you could take right now to get out of overthinking, to get out of a secret agent, or to get out of the first one that my head's too cleared about? Okay. What's one bold statement? What's one bold step? What's something you could do? I'd love to know that in the chat as I'm along. So those are our three self-sabotaging loops. So the reality is, it's fear. You gotta want it more than you fear it. Okay? You gotta want it more than you fear it. Find somebody that'll kick you in the ass and tell them what you're gonna do for your step and have them hold you accountable. All right, Brock's starting a professional Instagram account tomorrow. Share the ad you created a month ago, 100%. I want to see it. Send it to me. Reach out to a local agency. Okay, Terry, I want to know that you did that. Take the this week, even though I feel beat up by my own stuff. Lynn, that resonates with me so much right now. Charge from expertise. Okay, Nita, how are you going to charge? Are you going to put a price on your website? What are you going to do? Okay, I love this. Yeah, these are so powerful. Kristen is going to create a YouTube channel. Fabulous. Okay, I better keep going. We're out of time. So here's the thing. Your business doesn't create problems. It reveals them. Write that down. Your business doesn't create problems. It reveals them. Most people think that business problems are external. Do you know why it's an internal job? Because start looking at the industry. There are people struggling in this industry that are phenomenal at what they do. There are people killing it in this industry that I would say are pretty mediocre at what they do.
Yeah.
It's an inside job. Ooh, someone's going to create the videos they've been planning to do and reach out to a healthy. I love it. I want to know when you guys have done this. So here's the thing. If you're constantly underpricing, efforting, hustling, struggling to attract the right people, it's revealing a deeper belief system in you. Why can people take the exact same thing and get different results? It's an internal job. So what if your business, like our herd, is simply a mirror, reflecting back what's happening internally? Juanita, great to have you. Driving and listening. Right on. So do any of you believe that your business could just be a mirror reflecting back what's happening internally? Butt kick. Your pricing reflects your confidence. I guarantee it. Your marketing reflects your clarity. Your belief in who you can serve at the highest possible level. And your client attraction, people walking into your facility, reflects you believe about your own value. Oh yeah, Frog, the marketing one hits hard. Yeah. I always say it's not the friends that put their arms around you and say you're doing a good job that push you forward. It's the ones that kick you in the ass. And that's what I'm here to do. Sorry, everyone. So let's talk about these a bit more. Your pricing reflects your confidence. Are you charging too little because you don't believe people will pay? Let's just debunk that a little bit. Go back to the moment of that horse that changed you, that horse that saved you from this, that piece that you said, I have to go all in and get into horse facilitated development or equine assisted learning or whatever you want. Can you even put a price in the chat? Can you even put a price on the value that you gained from that moment in time, a horse that changed your life? Let's get it in the chat. No. Yeah. Not a chance, right? A horse didn't just change my life, it saved my life as a really young teenager. And we don't want a price because we don't believe they'll pay. My parents would have paid anything, anything. And I didn't come from a wealthy family. It's not about wealth. They would have paid anything to save my space and my life at that time. Yeah. So Lynn is saying, I had this question at a men's breakfast, what I charge. I told them 150 an hour when my daughter was in counseling 4 years ago, and she charged 140 and didn't have 10 horses to keep. Yeah. Value is not in time, value is in transformation. Write that down. Value is not in your time, it's in transformation. But the beautiful thing for each of you, it's not up to you to worry about the transformation piece. Sit in the 4 pillars, our 4 pillars: presence, awareness, allowing, and trust. In those 4 pillars, your horses show up and they reflect the piece that the human needs. Okay. So do you lower your prices? Someone hesitates, assuming they can't afford it. You know what's hilarious is that we have our conscious mind has so much going on around all the time. When someone says, what do you charge? And you tell them 150 an hour, I'm just taking Lynn's here, whatever it is for you. And they hesitate and you start going, but we can figure out a deal for you. If it's really important to you, we'll figure it out. And you start backing off. Their mind is just processing. It could be processing, do I have time once a week? Could someone take care of the kids so I could do that? Who could drive my son to get there? What am I going to make for dinner tonight? You know, like we jump to, and when I say we all do it, I do it too, right? And so your pricing doesn't reflect what they can afford. It reflects your confidence. And again, do you feel guilty about charging as if this work should be available to everyone? Let's talk about value for a minute. Everyone values things in their life differently. Okay. So I have many times paid $10,000 for self-help courses. Okay. Because I believe in growing myself. I've done it many, many times in my life. And I believe that the value in those courses I've taken have paid me back tenfold. Other people wouldn't spend $100 on a self-growth course because the value isn't there. Okay. Then let's take a luxury handbag. Many people spend 10, 20, 30, 50, 100,000 on a luxury handbag. I don't see the value. Come hell or high water, you will never talk me into buying a luxury handbag for thousands of dollars, okay? So why do we let it knock our confidence when somebody either says it's too much or they don't want to come? Maybe they're just not our niche client. Anybody? There's a big difference between worth and value, and it changes for every person. So we got to shift it. You got to own your worth. I mean, we need someone to mute. There we go. Your pricing needs to be based on the transformation you provide. Okay, let's go back. Again, would you have paid for that transformation that horse in your life provided? You betcha. So you can't, you really got to get away from this place of basing your price on fear or rejection. And so getting back to that basic place of, what is it? What is the value that your herd provides? Okay. So let's talk about this one. Your marketing reflects your clarity. Do you struggle to explain what you do? Love to know in the chat. Do you struggle to explain what you do? Because here's the thing. That's not a marketing issue. That's a clarity issue. Okay. Yep. Diane's saying, yep. You got to get clear on what you do. You can't expect other people to show up and want to pay for that value we just talked about when you are not clear on what you provide. How do you get clear? Go spend some time with your herd. Go sit there in silence. Get present. They're going to show you every single time. Here's the thing. Hesitation shows up in marketing. People don't follow hesitation. People don't sign up to hesitation. People don't come do sessions with hesitation. Okay. So are you afraid to be seen or speak boldly about your niche? Why? Because you're not clear. You're not clear on the value you provide, and you're not clear on why people would come. Super, super important. Again, hesitation in marketing. Do you over-explain? Notice in your life when people over-explain. If they over-explain or they avoid just making the offer, Nita's nodding her head. If they over-explain or they avoid making the offer, they don't trust their work. Okay? Really good tip when someone's trying to sell you something. And I mean, there's great things. I can be sold lots of things. But if somebody over-explains or they avoid just making the offer, they don't fully trust their work yet. Okay. So Nita's saying, that's me. The more I make myself speak, the better and clearer I'm getting. Awesome. I want to share all the great things. Perfect. And so, yeah, be careful with that piece. And so shift it. Speak with confidence. It's gone off my screen now, but someone's saying, yeah, the more I speak, the more I'm getting confidence. Yeah. Put yourself in those positions. Get really, really clear. Who is your niche? Your marketing should be 1 inch wide by a mile deep. That's who you work with. You work with a very small group of people, and then you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in how you can help those people. Okay. If you don't stand firmly in what you do, your clients won't either, or you won't even have clients. Okay. 1 inch wide by a mile deep. You have no room for hesitation in your marketing. It's all about clarity. Great marketing should cut through the noise and speak to exactly who your niche market, the people that you can work with and actually help. And it should, is really stuffed because I'm sick. It should totally unattract. That's not the right word, but turn off the people that are not in your zone of genius, that are not top for you. Okay. So hesitation shows up in marketing. It's all about clarity. Yeah, Tina, totally. We all need to practice this, right? So your client attraction reflects what you believe about yourself. This might be a really hard pill to swallow, but the client attract or can't attract reflect what you believe about yourself. Jenny, yes, and some people have no idea what this equine work is all about. Yeah, because it's experiential, right? People say, how do you get people out? Don't over explain. They say, what's it all about? It's totally experiential. Come out, meet my herd. You got it. People have to come feel. So your client attraction is all about what you believe about yourself. So do you have clients who go, struggle to pay, don't commit? This is going to come out super cocky, but I don't. And the reason I don't is I'm very clear on who my ideal clients are. I'm very clear on our value. I'm very clear on the transformation that people receive here. And so I totally turn off clients that don't fit within that marketing clay, 1 inch wide by a mile deep. You can get to that place. But I believe for myself, I believe in what I offer, and I believe in what my herd offers. And so do you have people that drain you? Again, this is a clarity piece. And it's about what you believe you deserve in your life. To work that level of genius with the people that you should be working with, the people that you're best at, you got to get really clear on that. And you got to get really clear about what you deserve for yourself. And one step further is not what you deserve for yourself, but it's also what your herd deserves. Because when you're not working with people, you're working with people who don't commit, they show up late, they struggle, all of these people, and it's draining you. What the heck do you think that's doing to your horses? Imagine ascendant beings, they're dealing with your energy in that space. It's all about what you believe about yourself. That's what was reflecting to clients. So the clients you are getting or aren't getting are a full reflection. I worry about overpromising what clients can gain. Yeah, I think the thing about that is that it's about allowing the horses. Because when we allow horses to step up as the guru, when we understand that I play a very little part, except for allowing those horses to step up, reflect, and ask very great questions, they always get to that place that the client's there for. So are you doing lots of free or unpaid work? Your client attraction reflects what you believe about yourself. So your business will only rise to the level of what you believe you deserve. So if you're tired of attracting struggle, you gotta shift that energy. And so often we get in this place of panic. We're not busy enough. We don't have the right people. And so we start kind of taking, and we push ourselves lower and lower and lower. And so, yeah, boundaries. My clients often overstay. They just don't want to leave. Yeah, who would want to leave, right? And talk about boundaries in a minute, Jenny. So that's a really great lead in to our butt kick. Pardon me. In the chat, is this resonating for you guys? We're always trying to bring stuff relevant, but between horses, business mindset, and accountability. Shelby's saying, yeah, definitely. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Love having you guys. It's really great to be back. MJ, nice to have you here. So butt kick time. I can't afford it. The problem is not the market. It's how you position your value. Okay? They can say I can't afford it and then turn around and buy that designer handbag. Or I can't afford it, but I have my nails done, or whatever that piece is. The honest truth is they do not see your value because of how you are positioning it. You got to take ownership on that. Okay? You're not in this to be everything to everyone, but you are the key that fits a lot of people's locks. Okay? So yeah, it's not the market, because other people are killing it in this industry. It's how you are positioning your value to your niche, or not positioning your value to your niche. All right, what's our next butt kick? Are you constantly exhausted? The problem is not your work. And this goes back to, I think, Jenny. It's not your work. It's your boundaries. It's your flimsy boundaries. So are you working with the wrong people? When I get exhausted, it's because I said yes to clients that are not my niche client. When you are working in your zone of genius, when you're working with, the work that fills, when you're working with the clients that you should be in that zone of genius in your niche, you ever notice you have so much more energy? All of a sudden you work late, you can work early, you can squeeze them in, and you're loving it. If you're constantly exhausted, it's not your work, it's you and your flimsy boundaries. Your business feels scattered. Like it's just all over. You don't even know what's going on. The problem is not outside of you. It's never outside of you. It's clarity. So the moment that you shift your energy, your mindset, your boundaries, your business can start reflecting back to you a different reality. If you treat this business like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat this business like a hobby, it'll cost you like a hobby, a very expensive horse hobby. You deserve more, and the people that you in your own unique way can help deserve you to show up. Yeah, the world is waiting for you to show up. Are you going to use excuses or are you going to start doing it? What's next? Okay, so I want to know in the chat one of these things. Doesn't matter which one, but I want all of you to answer either what's the biggest challenge I keep running into? If my business was a mirror, what belief is it reflecting back to me? And what's the one internal shift I can make today that will change this reflection? So I just want to know in the chat. Pick one of them. Excuse me. Pick one of them. And we'll give you a moment here. I'm going to try to get us done as close to the hour as we can. MJ, a shift I can make is to really, really believe in the value that I really, really, really have. Totally. My level of confidence still can use improvements, but it takes practice. Mirror is showing me someone who doesn't believe in their value. What would your horse tell you, Lynn? Give it some thought or go spend some time with your herd. Defining your niche, been struggling with this for years. It's always too broad. Yeah. And most people that are not willing to define it, it's fear-based. It's the fear that if I go 1 inch wide by a mile deep, I'll lose all those other people. You know what you do? You start cutting through the noise and speaking things that fill your cup, that you can actually help, that can actually get results, that can actually write reviews that you actually enjoy. But it's the fear that sits on either side of that becomes the issue. Belief in myself and worthy of success. I need to set specific tasks and to do, go to networking events, talk about horses. People love it, but never sign up. All right, so get better at it, Melissa. Are you being the secret agent there? Are you talking about it, but then not willing to close to say, hey, why don't you come out, meet my herd? Yeah, just going through messages I miss here. My level of confidence can use practice. Yeah, practice. It's all good. I know I missed a few, so I apologize for those ones. Get clear on what transformation has occurred into me. And Lynn, tell your story. 100% tell your story. Knowing my values and hiding mirror. Do I know enough for others to value me? Okay. Get into these places and find someone to help you with it. Legal fears, knowing if I have enough insurance and if business is set up right. Okay, Nita, so I think that's the over complicator one. So go back to that slide. Awesome. I love everyone's vulnerability. So the shift happens when you're honest enough with yourself to see the mirror for what it really is. You know, like I said, I've been sick really a lot since January. And I'm one of these people who've run around my whole life saying, I never get sick. It's a mirror. It's a mirror to me of the rest I need. It was taking on wrong clients, ending up all of these burnout pieces that I talk about, slowly but surely coming along to, all right, well, we're just going to have to slow you down this way. Okay. And so we need to be honest enough for ourselves to see the mirror for what it really is. So are you in your business or in your life? Are you in expansion or are you in contraction? So expansion mode is taking action. And I should have actually written inspired act. Are you showing up? Okay. Are you showing up consistently? Are you stepping into leadership? Juanita, working on taking more responsibility and being accountable. Totally. Awesome. Contraction looks like holding back, overthinking. avoiding visibility. So this photo I put up, I hate this photo because I've got terrible teeth, but I use it a lot because there was a photographer at this session. It was very first group session, and it was with a group of social workers. So there was like 15 social workers and me who wanted to contract. Why? Well, I was new, first of all, but I would feel the same way today because I was overthinking. Because I thought, who am I? Who am I to show up with social work? I work with very at-risk, high-risk people, but God, they're the social workers, right? And I had to really move myself into this expansion mode of realizing that it's my job to step into leadership, that we have something uniquely different from social workers, and we have something that can help and change the world. But it took a whole hell of a lot for me to step into expansion here because what I wanted to do was contract. And so yeah, it's good. We're all seeing this, right? So the question is, do you want to be in expansion or to be in contraction? Because here's the deal. I remember along my journey in my past businesses at one point kind of feeling like I hit the top of my business and really things were going well. And you know what came around the corner? We started to die like that. Why? Because we'd gone from expansion in where this comfort zone of what I thought was there. But there is no comfort zone. It's called contraction. And so if you're not growing in your life, in your relationships, in your health, in your wealth, in your business, you're dying. There is no in between. There is no plateau. There's no ride the wave. You're either expanding or contracting. You're either growing or you're dying. Someone just said they're working with a coach, working on imposter. Fabulous. Taken me 2 years, a mental breakdown, a threat of major life change, but we're now in expansion. And I want to be clear, expansion is not just about growth. It's not just about at all costs. It's about doing it in a way authentic to you, in a way that, you're cooking with gas. I always say when you're working in your niche, with your niche clients, in your zone of genius, doing what you are here on the earth to do, you could do it 24/7 and not be tired. So I'm not talking about from a burnout place. Expansion, Karen, always growing and evolving. I love it. And Shelby, I need help with imposter syndrome. Shelby, send me a message later. I have a whole video. I talk a lot about imposter syndrome. Okay. So I'd love to help you with that. Yeah, Juanita, get back into the wildies. 100%. So expansion or contraction. So am I taking consistent action or are you waiting for the perfect time? So expansion looks like showing up, making offers, taking imperfect action. Contraction is holding back, right? Are you hesitating? Are you telling yourself, I need to figure it out first and then I'll do it? You can only bullshit yourself for so long. You know deep down inside with the mirror if you're moving forward and you're growing or you're dying. So am I making decisions based on possibility or fear? I'll give you a little hint, and it's from the first gift of the horse. Fear does not sit in the present. Fear is past or future. First gift of the horse is living in a place of presence. If you're making decisions based on fear, go sit with your herd with an overarching umbrella of what you really want to do, of making decisions, and sit there in the present moment. Fear only resides in the past or the future. So do I feel stretched and challenged, or am I staying in my comfort zone? Expansion looks like feeling some discomfort. I want to be honest. That's what expansion feels like. Because you're pushing yourself into growth. You need to rewire your mind to say, when I get that little bit of nervousness, when I feel like I'm being pushed a little bit beyond where I'm comfortable, that's expansion, and that's where you want to live. Okay? It's wiring yourself to get comfortable in the uncomfortable moments. Or when feeling stretched and challenged, are you sticking to what feels safe, even if it's not getting you results? So often we choose that when you don't have to. Holding back perfect moment will show up. Yeah, that doesn't happen. We create inspired perfect moments when we show up from inspiration. This is not about efforting, doing what you think you have to do to grow. It's about inspired action. So I'm in expansion and also working on valuing myself as a facilitator because I'm not a trained therapist. MJ, reach out to me. You get the imposter syndrome video because I love that I'm not a therapist because we can go and do so much more. Ton of videos on the YouTube channel. Yeah, exactly. All right. So you got to be an expansion. If you're not growing, you are dying. So how are we going to shift? Okay. Number one, make a micro brave move. Okay. When you're in that place of, oh, I'm going to have to move forward, but I kind of want to retreat back, expansion happens one bold or brave move at a time. This is not about just all of a sudden showing up and someone gold stars you the bravest person in the world. That's not the way it works. One micro brave move. Instead of overhauling every and then you're totally uncomfortable, what's one brave move? Is it a post that you're really nervous about? Is it saying your price out loud to see? Is it calling a potential client that you think would be the best client in the world, as opposed to waiting for them to call you? Someone talked about an agency earlier. But one brave, bold move wires new neural pathways in your mind. When you get inspiration, take action on it now. Okay. And again, I want to know in the chat, do you have one of these that you could do right away? Rewire the fear-based thought keeping you stuck. Okay. So if you're sitting there and you've got something in your mind that's hesitating, saying, I need more training before I can charge more. Okay. I need more training before I can charge more. What about a reframe? I have real value right now. Or maybe it was that therapist one. I'm not a therapist. Based on this and this and this in my life that I've been through, I am totally qualified with my incredible herd to be out sharing this. Okay. Finding that when doubt creeps in. And one thing I like is a pre-frame of even though. Even though I'm not a licensed therapist, I've been through a lot in my life, and I know along with my herd, I can help transform other people's perceptions or whatever that is. And so when creeps in, rewriting that, and then going back to step number one and taking that micro brave move. It's really important that we train our brain that no, we're in fear, which again is not real, it's past or future. I'm willing to move forward because I have something that I want to move forward with in my life. And number three is bold and brave 24. This is a 24-hour, it's like do something for someone quick, right? And so pick an action that scares you right now. Commit to doing it in the next 24 hours. Throw it in the chat. I want to know. And have some accountability, okay? So what do you need to shift? In what area do you know you're dying? In your business, probably, but in your relationships, in whatever. And what are you going to do, brave, in the next 24 hours? Okay, what are you going to do? And share it with somebody and tell them, hey, I'll get back to you in 18 hours, or I'm going to do it in the next 2 hours, right? Yeah, so we've got Sean Paul that's moving forward with inspired action for group leadership development. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Send emails to social workers. So Kimber, you got to get accountability on that. How many are you going to send in the next 24 hours, and who's it going to, and who are you going to tell about it? Okay. Fortune favors the brave, bold, and the ones that show up. Funny timing because I didn't know where I was. So before I get into what is Roughstock, I hope that I hope that my underlying piece here is that I guarantee each of you, we're not done yet, have everything inside of you needed to create facilitated development business of your dreams that's truly impactful. If anything in the last 3 months, as I said at the beginning, it's been tragedy after tragedy after tragedy in our little town, from kids to teens to all sorts of disgustingness, but tragedy after tragedy. And the thing is, to have something that we can truly offer other people that helps them, that is helping them take that next step the next day and the next day and the next day, who are we not to show up? And it's more as, like, as I reflect on the last few months, is this is incredible work, but we got to get over our damn selves and start to show up. And so what's Roughstock? I love to create programs. It's in my zone of genius. It's absolutely what I love doing. In my zone of incompetence, low love is making things pretty. I don't give a rip about making programs look really nice. I really care highly about huge value, about being able to take that program and build their business, their horses, their whatever it is, mindset. But I don't care about them looking good. And I also believe that fortune favors the brave, the bold, and the ones that show up. So what is Rough Stock? Every live that we do, we'll be offering a program. That program is going to be sold at like 10% of what we would if we actually sent it to the printers and actually had it looking pretty. So it's got everything in it that I would send to the printers, but it doesn't look pretty. And so this month, and you can only get it being on the live. You have to be on the live. It's only available for 24 hours, and it's about 10% of what I would charge. And so this month's rough stock, I'm excited about because it's awesome. And it really goes in what we did today. And so I'll tell you right off the bat, it's $25 Canadian. Okay. We want to price at that place that if you can go and take it, run with it. I don't have to go over it again with a printer because I don't want to do that. And you get the benefit. But the only place you can buy it is live off of here. This March rough stock is called Bold and Aligned. It's the essential business shift for horse facilitators. So it's about your niche. It's about your zone of genius, and it's about inspired action. It's building a business that reflects your power and creating unstoppable momentum. And so this is what you get. So you get the business pattern breaker, which really helps you rewire your success. It's 12 pages long, just so everybody knows. It's a big document. It gets into the niche and zone of genius activation. And so it helps you claim your expertise with clarity. Remember, clarity is what you need to find when you're looking for marketing. Hesitation and clarity is what's holding back in your business. The niche confidence formula, this is about positioning. This is for all of you who say, I don't know how to word what I do. I don't know how to tell other people what I do. This is figuring out your positioning so it attracts the right clients. How much is that in US dollars? It's probably about $19. It's cheap. Yeah. Inspired action plan. So this is about taking bold, aligned action, 30-day plan. You can literally go day by day by day. It's going to tell you what your bold action is that day from inspiration, not from hustle. What is it you need to do that day to build your business? So a full 30 days. You're going to get the 4 pillars of aligned success, which is 4 exercises for yourself. They're based on the 4 pillars. Okay. You could walk a client through them, but they're for you to build your business based on 4 horse exercises. Okay. And so the document, although it's called rough stock, I also like things to be grammar, be finished. So it is a finished program. It just doesn't look pretty. It is 100% what you need. It does not have lines for writing. You need this. You need a notebook. And I can't wait to see where you'll be in 30 days. So how do you get it? I'll put the link here in the it's only available for showing up live. Okay. You can only buy it because you showed up live. It is not coming out again for anybody else. And it's only going to be open for 24 hours. Okay. So it's our goal, Jessica and I, our goal, and then I've got a couple more slides here, is to share horse facilitated development around the world. But we got to help you start showing up. And so that's what this program's doing. So go ahead, ask your questions in there. Again, it won't be sold on our website. It won't be sold around Pen. It's simply what you need, 12 pages, all that stuff. And it goes on and on. It's really step by step asking you questions to get into your niche, to get into your zone, to figure out your positioning so you can actually start attracting clients, those exercises, and 30 days of step-by-step, what are you going to do? So if you click the link, you can pay for it there. When you pay for it, wait about 20 seconds. It's going to pop for you and you're going to save it and download. If you have a problem, reach out to me on Facebook. So the world is looking for what you have to offer. You know, why are you not showing up? Ada, can you e-transfer me? Yes. If you want to e-transfer me, send me a note. Not a problem. So yeah, it's an incredible course. I hope you lean in for sure. So What's coming next in the round pen? We have the incredible Alex, and she is coming in to do the 6 guiding principles of trauma-informed awareness. This is a free program. It's coming Tuesday, March 25th. Mark your calendars at 12 PST. So it's the exact same time as today. Yeah, but it's on a Tuesday. Okay, so this is going to be really, really incredible. She goes over the 6 guiding principles for trauma-informed awareness. And lastly, our next round pen, mark your calendars, April 6th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it is a Wednesday. It is the exact same time. And we're talking all about how to create a stronger bond connecting and partnering with your horses. So April 16th, 12 p.m. PST. If you're not in the round pen, scan the QR code there. And we can't wait to see you. So I'll drop the link again. Don't worry about Nita. When you go to pay, it will convert it for you. It's simply through PayPal. So again, all you have to do, click the link through PayPal. It'll let you use a debit or a credit card. If you want to e-transfer, just send me a note. Once you've paid, stay on the site for about 20 seconds, and it's going to automatically open up the entire program. So this is the program. Had I made it pretty, had I finished it all off, I would 100% charge $250 to $300 and market it out. It's a phenomenal program. So yeah, because I don't like to make things pretty and I don't like to have to go back and, and proof it. We're handing it out to you that way. So Nita, don't worry, if you're not techie, you can't figure it out, reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. So I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you everyone for showing up. It's nice to see everyone. I do see a note there. If you're having problems with the link, a couple people of you are, reach out to me directly and we'll get it in your hand. So we'll leave that open for 24 hours. Otherwise, thank you everyone for showing up. It's inspiring to see of you. I know it's been a long time, but show up, be here, commit, put your hand up and say, I don't know how, but I'm going to look at my stuff and I'm going to figure out how we're going to change the world with horse facilitated development. So thank you everyone. I hope you have a great day.